have done everything necessary to get to this point, but Stumpy, what we know about KCorp and Team Vitality is second ain't good enough.
It's never been good enough for any of the players either. Yes, they've managed to finish tournaments third, fourth, fifth, whatever it ends up being. But number one is all the six needs players' heads. We've got world champions on this pitch. Time and time over, we have major champions. This is the first step this season to lifting that title yet again.
Better, as Leaf said in our first grand finals. And these two titans, and who better Charlie to score an open goal? There was a defender cutting across, but that could have gone in.
I mean, it was Zen also just completely missing the ball to give him the opportunity. A little bit of a scuffed start. I don't know if that's going to be continuing for particularly long. Atto's going to be receiving that ball straight off Charlie, and I saw these players when they were warming up, and then I looked over at the face cams that we had on the screen. Zen was so locked in on the free play. This is one where he's going to be thinking, all right, step number one, win every single regional. Step number two, take home majors and worlds.
Now I see, he wasn't quite perfect enough a couple of seasons ago. Now he has to do even better across a whole season. If no one can do it, it's either of these two. But here's Atto. Gets a flip reset, wants to push this one into the corner. It's all been KC so far early doors, and maybe those pro power rankings were correct, Stumpy.
Yeah, it's surprising that every single person went for KCorp number one, and Shogun makes a good point, you know, that the pros ranked them that, and Monkey Moon is going to make sure that they want to try and get that first goal to try and snatch away any of that doubt that is going towards the Vitality side. A minute and 15 in, and it's been a couple of chances either way. Zen can't catch up to Vatira, and you pointed out Vatira early, Cole, where he wasn't necessarily picking up the most points, but he was the most influential player on the pitch. But starting things off, it is going to be Monkey Moon before we look at any of the blue side.
Finishing is normally not too bad. He just goes straight up for the ball, slams it home. None of that air roll rubbish. Vatira wouldn't have got that one, so it didn't matter too much that it was pushed past him on the goal line. And Team Vitality do have their lead. Power rankings be done, Stumpy Goblin.
And talk to me a little bit about Vatira. Why is it that he was so incredible earlier on? Never mind, Zen's time! Zen's turn! Why is Zen so good, actually, in hindsight?
I mean, I haven't got long enough to answer that question, but I'm going to put that one all down to Monkey Moon. The double tap from the ceiling, getting it towards Zen. And all Zen had to do was get across. That's something I believe you had a question about Vatira, did you?
Why Vatira good last game?
The blocks and saves and that on the goal line, and then passed the ball well, and third man good. Also got a flip reset or two. He was fantastic in the semi-finals against Ninjas in Pyjamas. The true difference maker, even though I'm sure that when it comes to score, he won't be the highest in that one. Have to do more than defending, though, in this opening game, because Vitality have a couple of goals to themselves. Of course, not the first time these rosters have faced each other, Stumpy. Flip and spin, what a tournament that was. And that was where KCorp really showed that they were the, you know, this top team that even Vitality had to make crumble.
Yeah, I mean, Flip and Spin was also, it was a very nice, you know, time to make sure that we can actually see what these rosters were capable of during the off-season. Just a few teams took part. It was LAN experience again for them. KCorp took it 4-1, a decisive victory in their favor. Especially everybody was saying it's all going to be Vitality this season. KC, they come out and shock. But right now, game number one, very firmly in Vitality's favor. Even this continued pressure. Seeing Zen again go up towards the wall, takes it over towards Vatira. Monkey Moon misses that second touch. He's able to continue the ball press, but Exotic is going to pick up that slack.
Charlie's going to try and get the dunk on Zen, but Zen gets it past Charlie. Vatira keeps it in the air. Atto into the corner. And this is more pressure than we've seen for a while from KCorp. A little bit shell-shocked after those couple of goals have gone against them. That's great pace from Exotic. The world's MVP gets it towards Zen. Charlie tries to keep this one going. You sense that any second KC are just going to come to life. The Vitality are doing well at making sure that that doesn't happen for as long as possible.
Yeah, trying to stem it as much as he can. Because, you know, ultimately, the KCorp are obviously going to be getting a good few goals in this series. You just need to make sure that they are not coming at the vital times. KCorp unable really to get too much pressure on so far until Atto squeezes one just over that final defender. Great pressure again from Vatira.
It was Vatira, gets it past Exotic. That's all he had to do. It didn't matter too much where it landed. Vatira could trust that Atto could do the rest as long as the first defender was beaten. And once Exotic was bypassed, Atto ain't gonna miss those ones. A clean shot into the corner. Vatira, though, loses that kickoff to Zen. Up against Atto, the goal scorer. Zen gets it through. Monkey Moon has a chance. Zen's got no boost, so leaves it to Vatira. KCorp have 90 seconds in which to get back in game one.
Exotic, though, right towards the ceiling, going to be ground pinching it away. No, instead, actually takes it very measured. Takes it away, fakes it again, right back over. That wastes a good amount of time. Falls down towards Zen, gets thumped away by Drali. Vatira up for that double, sending it further down the pitch. Monkey to receive in the corner. Vatira again there to block it off. Every single play being read. Just depends on who's going to be able to get that final touch. 80 seconds now.
His name an awful lot, though, and that's not something Vitality will enjoy hearing. They want to keep him as quiet as possible. Here he is again. For the pass from Atom, he goes for the flip reset. Zen was there to make sure it was a 50-50 in the air rather than a clean touch for Vatira. Drali beats Exotic. Exotic's been beaten a couple of times in the air for Vitality. Shown on the desk mentioned this triple commit from Vitality. They haven't been doing that. They are being beaten 1 or 2 times too many, despite having this lead.
Exotic to catch off Zen's touch right onto the ceiling. It's Atto at the back. Manages to keep it pretty well. Buys time for his 2 teammates to return. Zen, 1 touch, not quite the second, but it's his final 30 seconds now. KCorp, they've earned 1 goal back. 1 more is going to be getting them dead level. Drali shoots it above the net. It's going to be awkward. Exotic cannot make contact. Atto now on target. Drali on his way out. Nothing for him either. A stunning chance for KC. Gone wandering.
Exotic misses it. 2 more. Look at them. All the Vitality players on their own goal line, not knowing what to do. They've just got to connect with it.
Huge errors. Time and time again, Exotic had chances. Zen and Monkey Moon sitting in a paper bag together, and Drali can just send it straight in top corner. An equaliser for KC after being down for so long.
But it wasn't enough to cause that absolute kerfuffle in the Vitality defense. But now Exotic gets back involved, wants to score this one, almost there. 8 seconds left, it's all kicking off.
They sent it a little bit too high on that final chance. They should have just shot it straight on target. Now Zen at the back, a demo from Vatira onto Exotic. Zen a full court air draw, round 1 as well. Drali to the floor, Monkey is going to be there to catch. Flicks it high, Exotic keeps it higher even still. Monkey now up onto the flick over the top. Zen on target, out of the net is Drali. The magnificent goal line saves keeps us into an OT game 1.
All important there, but the kick-off's one Vitality. Drali going back towards his own goal. Vatira has to push it to the side. KCorp living on borrowed time here in this overtime. Vitality have started it better, but out comes Atto. 50-50 against Zen. It's a good one for Atto. Drali with the shot. Monkey Moon's equal.
And more chances going through with KC, maybe galvanised by that performance off Drali from the goal line. I don't know how far that was in the net. Drali getting that 50. Atto, perfect positioning to get out through with that ball. Picks up a boost on his way through as well. Vatira trying to dunk on 1. Does get it past Exotic. Monkey Moon now to receive the ball. Now pushing it just further into the blue half. Drali round 1, round 2. Exotic, you can't miss it now, lad. Goes for a flick, instead fakes it. Attempts to go for the 50. Monkey Moon to clear it away, but Vatira, the continued offense. 1, 2, down. Zen with a misplay, and Drali in. The saviour in the blue half, and the dagger in the orange.
Deal from KCorp. Exotic got half a touch. I don't think Zen wanted him to. He did his best just to dangle in the air. Drali manages to avoid him.
First events, then it is going to be KCorp, Vatira, and Atto. They know what happens. You know, okay, cool, we win the first 3 events, we go to major number 1. Oh my God, Mike Boy exists. And then they don't end up actually going to the second major whatsoever. Then they scrape an appearance at Worlds. So they know what it can be like.
There's Mike Boy with the steel chair out of nowhere and all that.
It really is.
Well, he's not here today. It's just Zen they've got to deal with, so much easier, I guess.
At least it's not my boy, that's all I'm saying.
For a challenge with Monkey Moon. Vatira gets that one forward, and in game 2, Vitality, they had the ability in game number 1. They've just got to be a little bit more solid if and when they do score.
Yeah, maybe just let their concentration slip a little bit. Didn't quite have the continued play, but that is a great chance for Exotic. Manages to force Atto into a save, a double whifty coming through. Monkey fakes it for Zen. Atto has to respects both, and saves that shot away as well.
Thing I just saw. I love the fake. I love that it was between Zen and Monkey Moon because, you know, I'm always wondering how are these two going to team up, these two greats. And I also love that Atto had either angle read, so brilliant defending from him too. Top tier Rocket League early on in game number 2. Here comes KCorp down the other side. Drali fakes him over Vatira. Atto's behind him. Vatira doesn't need him. He snipes it himself.
I mean, look at just the knowledge that Monkey Moon has. He knows right now Drali's behind him. That's why he jumps so awkwardly. He doesn't even quite make contact. Vatira waits, bides his time, sends it opposite corner. Monkey Moon has to play his entire hand straight away. And Vatira comes through with pocket aces. Goal 1, KCorp.
for Vitality. They don't want this one to get too far away from them, even early doors in this best of 7. When you can feel the momentum is running away from you, it gets trickier and trickier to believe you can get back into it. A 3-0, a 4-0 becomes more and more likely. Monkey Moon isn't going to let that happen, though. He's up against Atto now, gets a huge pitch forwards into the corner. Exotic races Vatira for it. That was going just over Zen, unfortunately, for Team Vitality. So now it's KarmingKorp, all 3 of them moving forward as one, all in the same corner. It could be risky if they get beaten here, which they have a couple of times. How's this ball going to fall? Is it towards Vitality? It is Zen. Could he have taken out Atto Stumpy? I think that's what his idea was.
Yeah, Bump potentially could have secured a goal for them. Unfortunately for him, Atto just reads a little bit better than Zen does. Since had a couple of misreads, that's a lovely little touch. Gets the reset straight onto Drali, can save into the corner, but who is lurking? It's going to be Exotic. Was it up and above, but Vatira spends about 30 boosts to make sure that he can get that ball next. Halfway through the game, Vatira and the KarmingKorp lads still maintaining that first goal lead. And Vitality haven't really had too many opportunities that really have felt very convincing, apart from that one right in the start of the game with the Atto save.
KarmingKorp as well, as could this be. Exotic, he actually free-flipping into that ball, not what he wanted to do at all. Zen had nothing on the floor. If the shot was better, that could have gone straight past him. He positioned himself as well as he could, but still, that should be 2-0 KarmingKorp.
Zen getting a demo on Vatira, going to be thwarting the attacking play of KarmingKorp just for a minute. With a little punch away from Exotic, only finds Vatira. Monkey with a lot of boost. Zen's also up high. They both know the threat that comes through. And Exotic pumps it straight into Drali. Up central is Monkey Moon. Finds Exotic backboard. Not enough boost to get down to it. Zen reckons he could read it. And Monkey Moon now 0 boost. Has to retreat because the KarmingKorp, they are charging down.
Huge boost steal there, and another one as well. Vitality are going to be starved right here. This could be KarmingKorp's shot. It's Atto who stole both boosts. He goes to the backboard. Zen, with nothing, somehow gets the block.
He gets a block, and then he gets a block again. Manages to squeak it away. Vatira now air dribbling over the top of Exotic. Does get a pass ball. Exotic then helps it on, actually. Zen has to make contact. Does do so. 90 seconds, and KC still with that lead. Exotic, a spicy pass back towards his keeper, Monkey Moon.
He's not having his best series, Exotic, it has to be said. There's been so many misses, and then Vatira dunks the ever-loving heck out of Zen, and then Zen gets bumped as well.
Oh, that is a huge dunk as well from Vatira. Atto then just removing Zen out of the play as much as he can, then trying to retreat back with 0 boost. And Vitality, they go down by 2. KarmingKorp showing their French dominance.
Looking beautiful right now, looking stunning. I love the way they're playing this game. It's not throwing everything at the ball, you know, they still have this element of control. Vitality are struggling to deal with the pace. And their shot conversion is brilliant. Vatira goes for a bump. Exotic has to help Monkey Moon out there. There's a chance now for Vitality, though. Exotic, he's got no boost, Stumpy, because KarmingKorp are controlling it so well.
I mean, KarmingKorp so far have been running the pitch. They have been the matrons of this entire game. Exotic wants to try and make sure that he and the boys can push down further. Vatira tracks back, keeps away a shot. Monkey Moon across. Vatira up for 1. Can't get the second, but neither can Exotic. Vital seconds ticking away. Shot top corner. Zen just wide.
KarmingKorp weren't expecting the snapshot. Zen went for it, and it almost paid off just off the post. Exotic can turn here. Zen, massive pre-jump, but Atto beats him to it. He's almost taken out by Zen. Will leave some gaps in defense. Monkey Moon tries to take out Vatira now. Oh, they're trying every trick in the book for Team Vitality. But KarmingKorp are dealing with it incredibly.
Yeah, there's a lovely gentle touch going through. I think it was Vatira who knows, look, I'm not going to send this too far. I still need to maintain control of it. And does just that. Atto manages to get rid of 1, then taps it onward. As we were saying earlier, vital seconds were ticking down, have now ticked down. And that is going to be another goal for Vatira, locking in the hat-trick. And KarmingKorp, game number 2, also going their way.
Knocks out Zen, falling from the skies in disguise, and rolling it home as easy as you like. Vatira, the old enemy of Team Vitality. You said that Vatira was watching on as Zen lifted up his World Championship trophy. He doesn't want it to happen here, and you're chuckling.
That was the big switch in Drali, or whether, you know, Vatira and Atto have been working on stuff privately to make sure that, you know, whoever then enters their team is going to be just as strong and confident as they will be coming into the next matches.
Well, if you want someone who's coming in with confidence, it's the fellow who has just won the World Championship. You know, they're not going to be feeling too down in the dumps. So Vitality aren't, because we have to see them back to their best here against KarmingKorp. This is reminiscent of what we saw all those months ago at Flip and Spin. But Team Vitality start off looking stronger, and then all of a sudden, KCorp step up those few levels that even Vitality maybe didn't realize that they had. Now we find out Team Vitality have their own.
No,
it's just in the crossbar!
Wow, if that finds its way in, and if that doesn't just go to show what power that Atto has to conjure a goal out of literally nothing, I don't know what will. Drali shoots just wide of the crossbar. Atto on his chance to. Drali now attempting, but Zen can intercept. And KCorp, they are off to the races in game number 3.
Microcosm of this series and these teams as well. Vitality start better. They have a couple of chances, have some nice passes, control the boost. Atto says pinch button hit now and almost scores right back against them. Go, gadget, pinch. Now it's Drali's turn. Vatira. Drali's taking out Zen, is he? Vatira! They make it look so easy!
The 4th goal in a row for Vatira. The 4th in a row unanswered against Vitality. And it's again Drali making sure that he goes to that final man. Zen also just seems to be that perennial final man against anything that KCorp are putting forwards. And Vitality, they took their time out. There should be answers here. Right now, there is not.
All your pressure, and then they slam it back against you. Vitality are diving in from third man. Exotic had to scamper back right there. Vitality are desperate for something.
Demos.
Control of the ball. He just shoots. Vitality have a freebie, and it's all important.
It's a freebie earned through that demo. It was Monkey Moon, I believe, right at the back, getting rid of a player, taking out Vatira himself, getting rid of that troublemaker, and Zen is going to be able to just pump it home. An equalizing goal, the first one for Vitality in over 7 minutes.
For a second, Atto was going to be beaten there from the kickoff. Could have been 2 in a row for Team Vitality. That really would be the momentum swing. Zen's in there. Or looking for Exotic in the center. Exotic pinches that towards goal. What a pinch that is! And via some KCorp tomfoolery, it's 2-1.
What a pinch! I thought it was way too far. Exotic brings it straight back in. Drali says, Atto, get out the way, fella. And Monkey Moon taps her home anyway.
Charlie ain't looking so cool now, is he, Stumpy?
He's not looking nearly as good as those previous teammates that he's got. A beautiful pass from Exotic. That's why he's the MVP from last year. Worlds, everybody.
Goodness, that is just a ridiculous pinch right there. Never seen anything like it. The angle. I can't wait to see a replay of that one later on. Is Exotic going over the top of this one. Atto just had to watch the chaos unfurling in front of him to decide what to do with the ball. What I would say, Stumpy, is we have been here before. Vitality have been ahead, have been looking better, and suddenly KC have turned it on.
Monkey Moon clearing out of his own defense. Vatira is going to shut down any approach that Zen may well have on that ball. John to the next one, just sends it straight towards his own net, and then Vatira then to receive. The play that all of these players are putting forward, the pure synergy is off the charts right now for KCorp.
Exotic steals 100 boost as well, so this will be a big attack right now from Team Vitality. They're sensing they can get this 2-goal lead again, their first since game 1, their first lead since game 1, actually. Exotic up against Atto. Exotic touch and does. His defending has improved markedly. I think that's why we're seeing a better version of Vitality. Look how much more solid Exotic now seems.
Another demo from Monkey Moon. He has absolutely got, you know, blood in the water. He has smelled it. He's making sure that nobody on KCorp is going to be feeling any amount of safe. Any of these off-ball players are going to be huge. A bit of an awkward tap into the center from Zen. He just gets stressed into doing it. Now Drali onto that side wall, a loose touch from him, and then finally, not really thinking on that play, and gives the ball over to Zen with 100 boost, but the bounce is not in Vitality's favor. But no one from KCorp actually goes and challenges.
Exotic though to get that one towards Zen. Zen, who, as you said, and getting that 100, had to forego the ball. Exotic did a lot of work with it. Now Vitality can just steal away a few seconds from KCorp. They'll be happy with this ball in the center of the pitch, up in the air. Nothing KC can do about it now until Vatira finds Atto and almost Vitality just working to get that ball past their own teammates there. A little bit dodgy again defensively, but they get away with it.
Zen, chance to shoot, just goes wide of target. Wants to maybe just push Vatira onto it, so then he's going to be able to get an awkward touch. Their teammate can come in. Vatira does deal with it pretty well indeed. Monkey Moon now low on boost at the back. He's going to be continuing onto that side boost, stolen away by Vatira. It's going to now force Zen to go low with it, onto Exotic. Backboard found, but Vatira found first.
I think because KCorp are moving forward so much, Team Vitality have realized that booming clearances hugely tactically beneficial. Instead of trying to catch the ball and inviting pressure upon themselves, they're just getting rid of it, sending it back to blue territory, making KCorp go again.
Vatira wants to beat out one, does do so. Onto the reset as well. Takes it just over the top, onto the crossbar. No one's there to follow. That was a brilliant chance, completely orchestrated by the current series MVP Vatira.
On there is because Team Vitality are going for these long clearances, so KCorp have retreated back onto the blue. So when Vatira got that one onto the backboard, there was no one there for him. And now with 20 seconds left, KC are going to have to figure this one out.
Right.
Anto sends it forward himself. Zen, beautiful control, has to stay behind this ball. No, Anto beats him to it. Drily up against Exotic. He gets the ball above. Vatira to go for the pass. The shot is the pass. It's Anto! KC always find a way!
Vatira wrapping himself around this ball from such an awkward angle. Straight back central. Atto no boost, but knows that that man can get it towards him. The defenders thought it might happen, just never that perfectly. An equalizer for KC.
Have to score this next goal. If it goes 3-0, it might as well be series over. There's a save at the near post. KCorp can steal it now. Who's this ball going to fall for? It's going to go all the way towards the own net. Monkey Moon has to send it down. He does. Overtime, mate. No biggie.
It's never going to go KC 3-0 up. Not with these two teams. It's going to be going to 7. We all know it is. Let's just take us to 7 now.
It's forward time. We won't be tucked up in bed. We'll still be watching Rocket League in Game 7, we believe. Zen has to get it going for Vitality. Look how much space they've got to play. He passes to Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon to the back, but Vatira misses! Oh! Charlie saves! Exotic couldn't make the most of it, but here comes Zen all the way into the corner. Monkey Moon, Charlie! He hits the crossbar, Stumpy!
He made contact as well, but it whipped out beneath him. Now Vatira gets a reset, continues on the dunk. That now lands up central. I can't believe that Drally again has been the saviour. A double dunk gets Drally away with a little bit of pressure there. Zen dunking on again. Monkey Moon just above the bar. Drally is going to be landing perfect position for it. A reset, round 1. Can he just quite whip it central? Not quite able to. Exotic's too low on boost to really challenge that effectively. So Zen, he takes over.
Monkey Moon up against Drally. How he'd love another opportunity to finish this one, Monkey Moon. Zen gets the ball down, but it's only going to be neutral, and he takes out Monkey Moon for good measure. Do not miss open nets when I'm your teammate.
Straight back in the middle. The 1-2. Vatira now just round 1. Monkey Moon has to intelligently turn this around. Actually gets a fake on one of them as well. Zen's backwards. Atto's to the ball. Actually just misses Drally. And it's going to be sent straight back into the blue half. Very scrappy overtime, this.
Yeah, it's all got a little bit ugly, but KC won't care if they can just get this next goal. They will have one hand on their medals for this qualifier. Zen into the center. Exotic wants to get the dunk on Vatira.
Love the idea.
Vatira is too clean defensively.
I love the idea of that, though. Just send it off that side wall. Make it a little bit more awkward to deal with. Droider's got a lot of boost here. Gets a bump. Can't quite get too many people away from it, because right now we're seeing KCorp. They go for all these passes. They're getting really good chances, and then no one's there to actually follow up on it. That one goes central. Charlie is going to be there. And Monkey Moon, the saviour for the orange.
Yeah, he makes amends for that miss from earlier. Monkey Moon keeps Vitality in this game, maybe in this series, but threads it past him, and it's amazing!
Revolting play from Atto. Gets the challenge of the reset straight under the crossbar. 3 dominant games from KCorp when it has done yoga.
It's like watching a shark code.
It is. It's a chill activity, and it's like, you know, what are you now capable of that you are coding, shark?
Exactly. You've got teeth. You don't need to use, like, you know, algorithms and such.
What we're seeing is going to be KCorp wanting to get one more game. Another opportunity, a great little slow play, as I can't quite get it around to his teammate. And we saw ultimately, you know, more opportunities for games to come in, for more wins, or rather for more goals to come through for KCorp, but they just didn't have that final player there. If they can get one more player to each of these goals, or rather to each of these passes, you're going to be seeing 3-4 goal leads. Vitality, change has to happen.
40 seconds. Vitality just have to keep things alive for as long as they possibly can and hope that fate will swing back in their direction. It seems that everything is on KCorp's side. It seems that they're only along for the ride, Team Vitality. Charlie's going to try and get the bump here. You just knew it was going to be Exotic. What an angle from Atto! Zero keeps the attack going, but that one was so near to being stunning again.
A ridiculous angle through from Drally. But I mean, ultimately, they respected. They knew what he's capable of. They did manage to save it off the goal line. Now Exotic to clear it away from his own half. Gets a lovely little block through and dunk around one teammate. Over the top of two. Drali, respected by Vatira, who doesn't even bother touching that ball. Look at the aggression on this play. Straight into it. Zen and Exotic both see gold, and neither can grasp it.
So though, did you see the angle, the harsh rotation and the awareness? Because that's an awkward dodge. You hit the ball like that, your car's going the complete opposite direction with no momentum. If it goes to an opponent, you've just conceded. But Atto knew that Drali would be there. Already these new teammates are just coming together in such brilliant ways. And there's Vatira. This is ridiculous.
It's a lovely little dunk from Drali. Then Vatira, he's completely unchallenged. He is by far and away the fastest player to that ball. It's completely open. So rarely do you see the members of Vitality, anybody on this squad, on either squad, get outpaced. And yet it's happened time and time again in this individual game, let alone the series. Drali's beaten all of them again. It's pretty open. Atto's there to toe punt to Rome. 3-0 KC.
KCorp are making Vitality look bad. Like, they've been beaten, but I haven't seen this roster look bad. In this game, they're making them look bad. That is...
They look so tilted.
They're double committing. They're being beaten by one player when two of them are going. They're even losing the kickoffs. Atto's taking Vatira. KC are just racing for every ball. I mean, what keep scoring as well. Yeah, they're going to keep scoring. They are going to want to make a statement against Vitality here.
Yeah, if you're going to be able to, you know, like demotivate your opponents, this is when to do it. Grand finals, man. Like, just give them as much as you can, and then whenever they play you again, they'll be thinking, well, that's the team that beat us, you know, 7-0 in the final game to win open number 1.
Ollie stopped driving. Because in game 2, he stopped driving with 7 seconds left, I think it was, from the kickoff when they were, what, 3-0 up? When
he did, yeah.
We've got this. I'm chilling, lads. I'm chilling.
I think 2 minutes.
He just starts chilling.
Yeah.
Without his phone.
I reckon so. I mean, we're halfway through the game. It's those 3 goals currently. They're the ones that are separated. They came in very quick succession. And I think when you get goals conceded so fast, you do think a little bit like, oh, we didn't even get like time to really think about it. Lovely little touch from Zen. He clearly wants to be activated. Right now, it is not happening.
I mean, that's the only way I can see Vitality get out of this. Monkey Moon before that save was on 22 points. Oof. The only way they can get out of this is if Zen does 3 Zens. But I'm not sure he can do 3 Zens against KCorp on current form.
I mean, right now as well, what you're seeing from KCorp, they could dive to every single ball. They can make 2, ultimately, you know, pretty big errors and concede 2 goals, and then they can hunker down. But what they're doing in that time is burning so much time off the clock, and also, they're just making it horrible to play against. Look, Vatira goes up there, forces Exotic to do something, and so now taking it slowly into the corner. They just have to do things. They just have to keep bits going. And they've done it again. 2 have committed. Doesn't matter. You've got 90 seconds left. Cool. What are you going to do, Vitality? What's the plan here?
Well, I mean, Team Vitality, they're sort of just... They are restricted to taking turns going for solo plays, and KCorp are loving it. I've got a feeling this was going to end 4-0. You know, Vitality will have loads of pressure. KC will be sitting back, chilling. Eventually, it will be...
Vatira's got the ceiling in his own corner and has got the ball. Like, they're playing, like, precog mode right now.
Be happy with this, aren't they? They're going to be excited about this.
I had a little glance at chat, and the brew war were already popping off, like, you know, trash talking their French countrymen. I've seen over on the Kometo stream, they're chilling at like 75,000 viewers, making sure that they are the dominant team in France right now. It's 4. It's 4.
4-0. 4-0 in a 4-0 series, and they didn't have to do too much for it. I mean, this one is completely and utterly dead. The question is, Stumpy, does this translate to a LAN?
It's a great question. Yeah, I don't know how this ends up translating, because we've seen ultimately Vitality perform better on LAN than we have KC in recent memory. When it comes down to these new rosters, though, I don't know. I think it's a lot closer when you are on LAN. But, I mean, we'll see. You can literally never, you know, count out Monkey Moon when it comes down to LAN. But this game is time to celebrate KCorp. This entire series was KCorp. Apparently, it was theirs to win. A statement series from them. They are going to be taking home Open #1 trophy The cup is theirs. It's going to be going into their brand new arena, I'm sure, if it existed. And we managed to get ourselves a pretty big smashing in the first grand finals of the season.
Made it look pretty easy, haven't they? Made it look as easy as you like
Unreal.
a stroll in the park. KCorp, the first winners. KCorp laying down a gauntlet, not just for Vitality, not just for Europe, but for the rest of the world.
In every single series that we've had today, the one that I thought would go to 7